What's up everybody, welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be talking about two of the best side hustles in the game, and that is rideshare and delivery, and we're going to be comparing them to see which one pays more and which one might be better for you to be doing as a delivery or rideshare person. Let's get started. But before we get started, make sure you give this video a like. It really helps out my channel a lot, and subscribe if you haven't, because 98% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribed. Alright, so right off the bat, there's only a few rideshare companies and there's a ton of delivery companies. We got Uber and Lyft, and for delivery there's a long list of them. There's Postmates, Eat24, Caviar, Doordash, Amazon Flex, Flavor, UberEats, the list goes on. There's a lot of different companies that I even forgot to name actually. But there's so many more companies that you can work for as a delivery driver, so right off the bat you're probably going to be better getting hired as a delivery person because there's so many more options than to do rideshare. One thing we need to talk about is all the qualifications to be a delivery driver versus being a rideshare driver, because there's a lot more qualifications. In order to be a rideshare driver, you actually have to have a 2001 car or newer, you have to have 4 doors, you have to have 5 seat belts, it has to pass an inspection test, and the car's pretty much got to be clean, because every time someone gets in your car, they're rating you on how clean your car is and how it smells. There's so many other things, rather than if you're a delivery driver, you don't have to have someone in the car and you're not getting rated on anything except for the drop-off. That's pretty much all you have to do, is smile when you get to the door and mind your own business. Some of the worst things about being a rideshare driver is you have to have people in your car, so generally you gotta have to keep it pretty clean, like all the time. You have to sit in your car for very long periods of time without getting out, and the vehicle wear and tear, especially when you have like drunk people in your car and they're puking and that kind of stuff, eventually it's gonna happen probably. Compared to being a delivery driver, we got the smell of food in your car, which can be bad, but it can be good actually if you like smelling pizza and that kind of stuff. You have to go out and you have to get into buildings, which is probably the most annoying part, because if you have to pick someone up or you have to drop off at a hotel or something like that, not only do you have to go in the restaurant to get the food, but you also have to go drop off food in a hotel, so you have to get out, walk there, so it probably got to be in generally a little bit better shape to be a delivery driver. And you got to deal with restaurants and parking. That's kind of annoying, probably the worst part, especially when there's nowhere to park or something. You find yourself illegally parking quite a bit. Now I've done both of them. I was an Uber driver when Uber first came out, and I've done Postmates and Doordash, and I feel like I made quite a bit more money at the time when Uber was hot and it was brand new. I was making $100 a night, only working about 4 hours, rather than nowadays it probably takes me like 5 or 6 hours to make $100 or so doing delivery. So I think, but I think the field is kind of like evened out, and I believe you make about the same. Just on this chart it says in the Bay Area, San Francisco, you make about $4 to $5 more doing rideshare, and that could be a variety of factors, but I know for a fact that like me compared to a lot of my other friends doing delivery driving, I make so much more than they do because I've just got a lot of practice, and I think I have better strategies to like where to park and that kind of stuff. So the amount of money that you're going to make is going to be totally different, depends on like how your strategies are and what you're doing on your drive, whether you're driving a little bit fast or you're hustling. Like there's so many factors that can take into play, so I guess it really depends on like who you are and how much you want to hustle. A few of the factors that take into play whether or not you're going to get good ratings or not, if you're a rideshare person, are going to be friendliness, navigation, new car, and a clean car. Those things are going to take a huge factor whether or not you get good ratings, and you know you can get taken off the app if you do have bad ratings. Now for a delivery driver, there's a lot less things that you need to worry about, but speed of delivery is one, probably the most important one, unfortunately. Accuracy of the order, also very important, but sometimes you don't want to open up people's bags and check the order, so it's not really your control a lot of the time. It's up to the restaurant. Like I'm not going to open up someone's sandwich and check to see if they put cheese on it or not. Extra forks and ketchup, that's something you can take full control of. Finding their address and making sure the food isn't tossed and turned around in the vehicle, because that actually happens quite a bit actually. You take a hard turn or you slam on your brakes or something, food goes flying. Not a good time. in conclusion of the video, really, you're going to determine whether you like to do rideshare or delivery or not. I recommend trying both out. Personally, I like deliveries a lot more because I don't like to always keep my car clean. I don't like to drive around with people in my car that I don't know. I find it pretty awkward. And I do a lot of work stuff and like work on my businesses and stuff when I'm doing delivery driving rather than if you're rideshare. If you look at your phone once or something, you're probably going to get a bad rating, and generally it's not very safe to be driving around people when you're not fully paying attention. I feel like as a delivery driver, I'm kind of on my own path and I can do generally what I want. If I need to stop and check like an email or something, I can do that. For a rideshare, you can't. So on conclusion of the video, you guys got to make your own choice. I think delivery driving, especially going forward now with COVID, is going to be a lot more popular. You're probably going to make a little bit more money doing that, and it's probably a safer bet. So I'd probably always stick with delivery driving, but you guys make your choice. Comment down below which one you think, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out at all, and subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.